outstanding morning, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. And our topic today is discovering the idea of breakfast, no, and lunch and supper. Now, this will help you understand better about losing weight and prevention or preventing the overexist of fats. So if you are watching this right now, please comment live. Okay, if you're watching this live, because as I noticed, when you do live today, it will be uh, sent, okay, to your end delayed. Okay, and I don't know what is happening when you go live immediately. But the most important is that I saw that after a few minutes you can watch my video. Now this is very important because we will discover the truth about breakfast, lunch, and supper. Now, is it okay to have one meal a day, two meals a day, or how many meals can you have? Thank you so much for watching, and let's discover today the idea of breakfast. Okay, now if you're ready, then I will share to you some screen or some slides that you can understand the definition of breakfast, lunch, dinner, and what's the difference between dinner and supper. And is it okay that you will only have two meals a day? Because I have something and I discovered something that, you know, there is no third meal for the day. There is no third meal. I researched it, but it's up to you. Okay, so that's why today I will send you this information, and I will share some screen if I can. Then thank you so much for watching, and I want to share the graphics here, and I cannot find. Okay, where is it? Okay, because I want to share to you, but here I will just mention to you, number one, the definition of what breakfast. But let's talk first about this saying from American Heart Association. Okay, according to their registered dietitian and professor or in the Department of Preventive Medicine at Northwestern University, it says it is suggested that those who eat more frequent, smaller meals have learned how to limit their intake, okay, at each meal, and do not have ravenous appetite that accompanies the starve all day stop all night approach. So even if you just eat small amount, okay, and frequent smaller meals, until you will learn to limit your intake. Okay, but before we comment on that and react on what Dr. Linda Van Horn about this meal, I will show you the the idea of breakfast. Okay, you can go online, but here I will give my reaction in this breakfast, because our topic today is to discover the idea of breakfast, lunch, supper, and dinner. Okay, do we need to eat breakfast, lunch, supper, and dinner? Okay, four meals a day. Can you imagine? And from here, we can see that there is a history beyond why there is a switch, a change based on culture, based on your area. This is Dr. Derwin Sunyagalaut, nutritional medicine specialist, and thank you so much for watching. If you find that this is helpful, okay, because this is helpful for those people who are struggling to achieve right weight and who are struggling to lose weight. Okay, by this information, you will start to think that it's easy to lose weight right now. Okay, because you only need knowledge. Okay, knowledge and evidence base, and that's why I'm helping you to define this clearly. I hope I can define it for you, my friend. So, breakfast. What do you know about breakfast? Please type in the comment section. Okay, breakfast. According to the definition and the history of the breakfast, in this definition, Wikipedia says breakfast is the first meal of the day, eaten after waking up, usually in the morning. And you know what? The word in English refers to breaking the fasting period of the previous night. Like for example, if you sleep 10 a.m. or p.m., then 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then in the morning you break that fast because they called it fasting. Okay, but you are sleeping. While you are sleeping, the good thing is what? Can you guess? I will tell you later. When you are sleeping and you eat at 7 p.m. and you sleep at 10, and while you are sleeping, the burning is also starting. And how much calorie can you burn while sleeping? So it depends on the amount of your food during the evening meal. And so that's why we will start this breakfast. And I can see there is no standard right after waking up. Okay, if you can eat immediately, okay, because it says here they eaten after waking up. It doesn't say right after waking up because circadian rhythm says that after you wake up, your body is weak. Okay, maybe your spirit is also weak. Okay, when your body is weak, you cannot cook immediately and you cannot prepare wholesome food because when you wake up in the morning and you're tired and so what is available is the only way to prepare food, to cook that food. So when you wake up in the morning, okay, just boiled egg and that's it. That's okay for me. Okay, then after that you don't know that it lack energy and you work and then you have another meal or snacks and you eat more. So that is the starting point, my friend. That's why we need to understand breakfast. Okay, it's the first meal, but it doesn't say that you need to eat right after as what most people are doing. Okay, right after because of the work, because of their hectic schedule, they immediately jump out of bed and eat okay what is available and then they go to work and in the work they now or they can now choose what their food is. Thank you so much for watching, my friend. Okay, and if you see that this is helpful, right, this discover breakfast, lunch, and supper and dinner. We will uh, slowly discuss this one by one, and please share this to your friend. Okay, so the first meal of the day. Take note, first meal of the day, and I'm sure you need to find the second meal. And after you learn that there is a second meal, you need to find if there is a third meal. And let's find out if there is a third meal. Okay? So breakfast and the definition okay of lunch. Then it's okay. Later I will give you the reaction after I um, summarize this in the end. Okay, so lunch, the definition of lunch, it's a meal eaten in the middle of the day, typically one that is lighter or less formal than evening meal. So later less formal than evening meal, it's a meal eaten in the middle of the day. Okay, but the synonym here you can say it's a banquet, it's dinner party, it's tea, blowout, beans fed. And there is no such thing as big meal as what you can see in most people today during the midday. Okay, they call it lunch break, but in the table there is a big meal. So is that a lunch time? Because lunch time is what? Is lighter, lighter. Okay, not lighter. Okay, light meal. Lunchtime or lunch break is light meal. The question is, are you having your light meal during the lunch break? And before that, let's go to dinner. Let's define dinner. Okay, dinner usually refers to what is many Western cultures, okay, the largest and most formal meal of the day. which some Westerners eat in the evening. Okay, historically, the largest meal used to be eaten around midday. So dinner, okay, take note, lunch is during the midday, and dinner is can be eaten around midday. Okay, historical, that's based on the history, and called dinner. In Western cultures, okay, especially among the elite, it gradually migrated later in the 16th to 19th century. Okay, so meaning dinner, as what we call that during evening we say, okay, I will invite you and come to our house and let's have dinner. And it's what? Evening. It's evening meal. So if it's evening meal and you call it dinner, and according to this definition and meaning, that dinner can be eaten during what? Midday. Okay, so I'll give you later my reaction. If you have any reaction today, just comment in the comment section, my friend. Okay, and according to, and again, let's go back to lunch. Let's remind it. Okay, lunch, an abbreviation of luncheon, is a meal eaten around midday. During 20th century, the meaning gradually narrowed to a meal eaten midday. So lunch is commonly the second meal of the day. So lunch is the second meal of the day after breakfast. So we will not be misinformed about this lunch and dinner, because dinner can be eaten also during lunch. So lunch is really the second meal of the day after breakfast. But we don't know um, that dinner can be eaten during lunchtime. Okay? Okay. So that's it, my friend. Right? Now, here's another one is supper. So supper, an evening meal, typically a light or informal meal. So which do you want to follow? Okay? Breakfast, lunch, and supper. Okay? Now, if you follow the definition, breakfast is the first meal of the day. Is to break the fast. How will you break the fast? Okay, big meal or light meal. Lunchtime is also a light meal, lighter than the evening. So if you have soup in the evening, because the word soup coming from the word soup, S-O-U-P, the shorter is sup, okay? It's just a little amount, right? Evening meal, evening snacks, okay? And since lunch is lighter or lighter than the evening meal, so it's more lighter, okay, than supper. So it's not really big during the evening meal. So where can you place this dinner meal today? If dinner meal is what? Dinner meal is you can use that or place or have your dinner during supper, or have your dinner during lunchtime, or have this dinner during breakfast. Okay, so as we read, or like what we have read in the slides and definition, that it based on historical, cultural, okay, so meaning it depends on you today. There is another understanding today that since there is no third meal, there is only first meal and second meal. Dinner is not the third meal. It's a meal that you can use or have it during lunch or supper. So meaning there is no third meal. You can only maybe possibly that you can have what, first meal and second meal. It depends. It's in the morning and also in the afternoon, or maybe it's in the evening, because supper is what, light meal. So either you have evening snacks, or maybe you drink coffee, that's also as supper. Okay, when you drink tea, that is also considered as supper. Okay, because that is what the definition have given us, right? Tea, uh, evening snacks, just a little bite. Okay, so my friend, why we are talking about this? Because number one, this is important to people who are struggling to lose weight. Okay, struggling to lose weight, who are depressed to lose weight, they have already followed the program, and yet they can do that based on their experience, based on what they do, based on their work. But how about if I can say you that, and I can tell you honestly that you can have first meal and second meal, and you can have supper, meaning you can break the fast. That's your first meal, okay, and your second meal can be dinner, okay, or in the midday or in the afternoon, and you have a big meal, but not in the evening, because when you have big meal in the evening, according to the American Heart Association, like what we mentioned earlier, according to a registered dietitian and professor in the Department of Preventive Medicine, says that frequent smaller meals, okay, and according to this website, this doctor said that if you eat more in the evening, then you will still accumulate body mass index. So it's not a good solution that you eat more during the evening before you go to sleep, because there is an interval of 3 to 4 hours, okay, before you sleep. If you eat more or big meal during 8 p.m. or 9 p.m., then you need to allow 4 hours. If it happens that you eat food or big meal or your dinner is in 9 p.m., because most people have dinner 8 p.m. because they have waited their friends or maybe invitations. That's why they call that dinner. And if you have eaten that 8 p.m., you need to allow 4 hours. Then 8 plus 4 is 12 in what? In midday. So can you do that? If you cannot do that, then do not eat big meal during the evening meal. Okay? Because evening meal is when you follow the supper, it's the definition supper is light meal. But if you have dinner during lunchtime, then you can. During midday. Midday can be what? Midday can be alas 2 p.m., 3 p.m., right? It's still midday. Okay? Now, but let's go back to breakfast, because that's the point, the center point there if you want to lose weight. After waking up in the morning, okay, since your body is weak, your body is not yet ready, what you can do, okay, here's our suggestion. Do not eat directly. The first what element that will go into your stomach should be water. Water first, because how to break the fast? Most people, even Muslims, okay, during Ramadan, their first, okay, iftar is water, okay, and we call it sunnah, okay. So after you wake up, you need to just drink water. So scientifically, it was also suggested that in the circadian rhythm, you first drink water, because that's the best way to break the fast. Okay, breaking the fast meaning you eat in the 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. in the evening, and you sleep, okay, and then after 4 a.m. you wake up, or 5 a.m. you wake up, or 6 a.m. you wake up, okay. So you are fasting during or while sleeping. So after you wake up, that's how you break the fast, as that's when you break the fast during the evening, okay, because a long fasting. So first thing is you need to drink water, and there are other people are saying, and other professionals are saying that it's better to drink warm water, which is also good, okay, which is also good. Drink water. So but the most important is drink first water, okay. And you need to what? Allow your body to regain consciousness, okay, to regain strength, and until you are awake. After you are awake, then you need to now decide what to cook, because if you are not awake, then you will only cook what is not, maybe what is only available. That's the problem there. So you allow 2 to 3 hours. That's good, my friend. Okay, that's the beginning, breaking the fast. Okay, And then you need now to settle if you are what? You will only choose to have 2 meals a day. And then in between that, you can have snacks, but healthy snacks like coffee, like tea, okay, fruits, okay. So two big meals, but in between or after, before or after, maybe the gap there is, or the interval there is 1 hour, 2 hours, or the first meal and the second meal, the interval maybe, it depends on your body, because our body has a signal, and it depends on the condition of our body, because most problem now, or most people have this another condition, like they can control what they eat, they can control and have the first meal, but right after they are again and hungry, and they now take their second meal 3 hours after or 3 hours apart. That is why the first meal should be healthy, nutritious, and high in energy. So when we call high energy, because most people during breakfast they eat less energy and high in sugar, you need to eat food that is high in energy but also high in nutrients. And that covers carbohydrates, protein, and fats. Okay? But before the first meal, water. And the gap is you try the 3 hours or 4 hours. If you can try for 5 hours, okay, after waking up, then it depends. That is how the stamina of your body that can help you to achieve that kind, little by little. Okay, so frequent but little by little, and the two big pillars there is the first meal and the second meal. So understanding this breakfast, lunch, and dinner, where can you have your dinner? It's in supper or it's in lunchtime. My take is what, when you have dinner, meaning dinner is a big meal. So I will only have big meal during the midday, not in the evening. Why? Because sometimes after dinner we what? We feel sleepy, and then uh, we go to bed early, okay, and the gap after the dinner is 2 hours or just 1 hour, and that's the reason why most people are experiencing acid reflux, and they experience other things like hypertension. And remember, according to circadian rhythm, at 10 p.m. your blood pressure will go up, okay, and let's be careful on that. Most people suffered a stroke during the day or during early in the evening, because the rising of the blood pressure is from 10 p.m. or 9:30, depends, no, 10, 9:30, 10, and the effect of that, okay, in early in the morning, okay, and there are two study that says that hypertension, or the rising of the blood pressure, happens in the evening and also in the early, like upon waking up in the morning. So that is why you need to what? Drink first water after you wake up in the morning. Do not immediately eat solid hard food right after, and do not eat heavy meal or have your dinner in the evening. Okay, that's why the understanding this lunch and this dinner will help you, number one, help you prevent chronic diseases, and will also help you manage your weight, and also prevent the accumulations of over excess fats. My friend, if you want more information about this, we have obesity presentation plan, and we can give you our link if we group. Just comment in the comment section obesity presentation or OPP, and we will give you the link. It's free, okay? Free presentation, and we will give you more free information. And if you think that this is helpful, please share this link to your friend, and Facebook will not erase this for 30 days. So keep on sharing and comment in the comment section, and thank you for liking this post, and this will help us do or make more video. But if you want more information, you can go to my YouTube channel and Dr. Lahot in Action. Okay? So my prayer is that may the Almighty bless you tonight as we are facing the another strike of this pandemic, and stay healthy. Face mask, sabi nila daw. Face mask, and stay strong and stay at home. Okay, thank you so much. And this is Dr. Ruin Sunyegal out. Alhamdulillah, and may God bless you. Oh, where's it, my friend? And video.